So sometimes you got to think a little bit on the larger side or outside the box and get away from, this is the way we've always done it. So I came up with a proposal. I said, we need to buy a 747. And that's when people said, no way in hell GE's going to buy a 747. But I persisted, and it was a wonderful feeling to be able to follow the progress along, bring this thing from an idea up to flying the airplane.
The first engine we tested on this airplane was the GE90, original GE90. We found the airplane was very adaptable to just any engine that we came up with at GE, big and small. It is extremely reliable. For a testing platform, its long length is really the best aspect of it, because when you have a great big engine on one side and a different amount of thrust on the other, you get a yawing moment that can only be countered by the rudder and the vertical fin. And the further that is away, that's the more moment you have to be able to control the airplane.
And you think, well, small engine on a big airplane, how can we do that? Well, the airplane is big enough, it has enough capability with the other 3 remaining engines that you can fly a small engine. And we've done things with the 7.4 during flight tests that nobody in his right mind would ever do with any airplane, let alone a 747. To put the engine in harm's way day after day after day. Into icing programs, high angle attack programs, terrible weather, operating conditions, without violating any operating limitations or conditions.
Originally, this airplane was built for Pan American Airways, and if you go downstairs and you look around the airplane, we took out the seats and the things we had to turn it into a test bed. But there are areas like the business class section up here behind you, up on the upper deck, or the first class section downstairs. We left that pretty much as Pan Am had it. So you can walk down there, it's like a little Pan Am museum in a way.
Like anybody that's up in years will tell you, time goes by so darn fast, you wonder, geez, who sped up the clock? But it was a wonderful, good time. A lot of interesting programs, a lot of interesting, very, very bright people to work with.
It's been a very, very versatile platform for doing engine tests on, and I will miss it. I will definitely miss it. And I'm hoping ultimately someday this will end up in a museum.